Hello everybody, welcome again. I don't know what it's here, so I'm trying to do headset out today. But welcome in anyway. Good morning, evening, afternoon. If you're feeling from, tuning in from. We're on a map called HELDON, I think you pronounce it, in Germany. I think that's Kazi or Kelly. Cali or Kazi. I never know how to pronounce the name. They've done quite a few maps in Farm Sim 22. What I recall, I think they've done between about 7 and 9 maps. I know they done the White House Farm. They done one called Bouchons, I think that was called, which I like. Big fan of that one. I think that's called Bouchons, something like that. That's what our first aim is. We want to raise enough money to buy the pig farm. That's the other side of the map. I think I want to try in there. What's it for? Do they call it Freedale? DLC. What a try there. The slurry machines out. Might see a few wild boars running around the field. Wild pigs. I've got to this. I can make a mess of your crops, your apple fields and your grassland fields, but I've turned that off at the moment. I didn't realise you can turn it off in the settings. In the UK today, weather-wise, we've got heavy downpours, showers and downpours and wind. It's really cold for the 2nd of April. Alert, that's always welcome, but if you can leave me a comment, that should come up on the screen. Otherwise I might have to put the other headset on if you're struggling to hear me. Bigger size bales really, just bale I only do 125s. Sometimes I do 150. With the round ones you can go up to 180. 3 different size bales. That is a crack on that though, very well detailed. then they send you the field because where we've got to do the harvesting. We've got quite a few fields we've got to harvest, we've got to do some contracting as well. For local farmers. So in fact that's a good little old job for doing like the baling and what's that you have to do after harvest? Mulching. We've got the carbine already fired up, so let's get warmed up. Right, anyway, I'm going to change this headset just in case people can't hear me. Got my old headset on now. I don't know if anybody can hear me. If you can, let me know. Like I say, welcome to this map. That's called HELDON by Kazi or Kelly. Right, let's get this head off. Get off the trolley. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with this field yet. I want to do twice round the headland. So we'll reset that. I could do twice. There you go. Should we put straw down? I think we will. It's going to need a lot of straw. It's going to get a lot of cows. Get our GPS apply up. Got the old 8700 on here. Got the same size tank on 1800 litres as the 8900. Just a little bit less obviously powerful. The harvest label in manual already. So like the GPS. There's that missed little bits. Get all the crops off, because then we can really get the old precision farming working well then, with the fertiliser and chemicals and stuff. Boost the performance of the fields. Like I said, we want to try out this liquid. For that out. Hopefully I should get round one more time. The harvest needs emptying. I do like the old the glass combines. They're definitely a favourite of mine. Well, my favourite, I think. They're good workhorses anyway. I'm looking forward to Oxygen David's new map, what's coming out. Is it Whitcomb or Whitcomb Park? Whitcomb Park? Or Whitcomb Farm? I see Scroft has been putting some good content out there. Doing some videos on it. So check him out, good content creator. George and Ross, he's got them in there. And his wife, I think, is in there, or girlfriend, I'm not quite sure. For the old farmer news, you've got FS Club and DJ Goham, who I'm good friends with. Farmer Co-op, if you ever want any advice on videos, or especially Farmer Co-op, they're very formative. You've got the Farm Sim guy. I think he lives up in Scotland. He's another great content creator, as well as Farmer Sim. Them good, there's some good creators about. Also a good friend of mine and my son Charlie's Elite Farming. I'm sure a lot of people know Elite. It's from the UK. Someone from that. Put out some awesome content. see a lot of people are putting content out about the Seagulls mod when you play on, but unfortunately we won't get that on console because that's a scripted mod. It's got scripts in it. I hope we get a few mods dropped today, because I think all week we had 3 mods on the mod hub on console, most of the updates. Whereas last week we must have had 50 mods or more, I reckon. That's a good week for mods last week. But they drop the mods at various times now. It always used to be in the UK for me, sort of 4:30 time in the evening. But I see now sometimes that's lunchtime. We'll better get this baled and then get it mulched. We get a few fields on the map sort of scattered around, so I'm thinking about buying that field there what's already been harvested, beside that grass field what I've just baled. And then you've got another one that's been ploughed over there. Might buy that off the farmer, because that makes sense to have some fields right close to your farm, really. Especially with this harvester, so you ain't got to keep travelling on the narrow lanes and roads. So that's what I might do. But I expect they'll give this map an update, because the field prices and that, you can get fields right cheap. I think personally for me they're too cheap. So I think I'll be getting an update for sure. That is the biggest issue when you play a map. You always know that at least going to get 1-2 updates. This game's had an unbelievable amount of updates already. I still play a little bit of FS22 to be honest, and FS17. The only one I really uninstalled was FS15. I just probably have got more storage space on the farm, because you only have enough storage for 100 bales. put that back in the air. A nice big old lake sort of pond here. Do a bit of fishing. Use the old Highlands fishing rod. I'll have to try that out at some point. Got two ladies obviously having a walk and having a chit chat there. I hope it weren't too noisy for them and dusty. The old Fent favourite. I used to drive one of these back in the day in real life. I used to drive a 930. Back in the day. Hello, Mrs. Ozzy. I don't know if you can hear me very well because I keep trying different headsets today, see how they're going. The tip point is round here. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you're on the family tour, well, Mrs. Ozzy. Lovely to see ya. Yeah, we're all doing good, thanks so much, Mrs. Ozzy. There's a fence there, Mark. I started my immunity therapy 2 weeks ago. IV drip for me cancer treatment. But it had me, as you know, I had my kidney removed. So I had a big massive tumour on my kidney. Cancer too, but they removed that. That was successful. I went back to hospital beginning of January, I think it was, and they said that the operation had been successful, and as far as they could see by the naked eye, I was cancer free. But they just offered me this immunity therapy for 1 year, every 6 weeks. Just to, if there's any floating cells, just in case. To like sort of kill them, zap them basically. So, and I'm feeling good, not really any side effects, which they said there's a lot of big side effects with the drug. So, I'm sort of walking around like I always have been from the start when I found out last year. Big smile on my face, staying strong, staying positive. Because they tell me that's half the battle. You know, family members who have had it. So, that's a big thing on my mother's side of the family. That's hearts on my dad's side of the family, heart problems. But on my mother's side, unfortunately, we've lost a couple of family members at 33 and 26. So they tell me I've got a lot more. They tell me I've got a lot more years in me as yet. So that's what the surgeon told me. Yeah, thanks, Mrs. Ozzy. Yeah, much love to you all. I appreciate everybody's support. That's give me strength. Family, friends, customers. Yeah, they couldn't do it at my local hospital, the operation, so I ended up going to a major hospital, which is well known. They've actually got a university training centre there as well. And I had one of the best surgeons I could get. He's done a fantastic job. The scar all healed lovely. Well, I give the hospital, I don't give the hospital 5 stars, I give the hospital actually 5+ stars. Yeah, exactly, Mrs. Ozzy. But like I say, I give the hospital, I don't give it 5 stars, I give it 5+. Because everybody was brilliant, the medical team, even the cleaners. The tea lady, everybody, nurses, nothing was too much trouble for them. They were rushed off their feet all day long, but, you know, so. Oh yeah, in good hands, Mrs. Ozzy, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, they're going to give me scans every 6 months as well. They promised me I'll have scans for us every 6 months. So, oh, thanks, Mr. Ozzy. Appreciate that, mate. Yep, we're all good over here. Charlie's got a farm job. What he started last year. Well, it's a part-time farm job. This time of year, obviously, it isn't. He's now they're sort of full-time again now. But he's enjoying himself. That's the main thing. He's been driving one of them big class tractors. Half-track, they call them. With tracks on the back, with a big 6-metre power on the back. Because they're going to put some peas in. So they have to have a real nice sort of level, you know, fine seed bed. So he's been enjoying himself doing that. They're sort of giving him a lot more responsibility now because he sort of went there last year for college. His local college, he had to do 150 sort of like, you know, you do it for free for the experience as part of his college course. His agricultural college course, but the farmer was a bit reluctant to take another student on because he did have one. He had one from the college and the year before Charlie, and they didn't get on very well with him. You know, he's one of them sort of boys, they said, if you say black, he say white. And he went there, but he said he weren't that interested in farming. So why do you go on a farming course for if you're not really interested? Why go to agricultural college? So I went with Charlie to the interview, and obviously I've worked on a farm since I was 13 with my father. And my father was farming background all his life. He left school early at 15 because you could in his day to work full-time on a local farm. And then he was farm manager when I helped him at 13 years old for a few years. And I weren't going to go in the interview with Charlie. I dropped him off and was going to wait for him in the farmer's garden, but he said, come in. Come in, he said, come in, Dad, we'll have a chat with you as well. So I went in. We got talking about farming. That worked out that the farmer had actually married a local girl on the farm what my dad used to work at. So he married a girl what lived in one of the sort of farm cottages with her dad. So Charlie went there. He sort of hit the ground running. They learned him things because he'd never driven a tractor before, you see. Charlie, he had never driven a tractor. I'd been privileged and lucky enough. I'd driven one since 13, but Charlie, and he started driving them at 16 years old, 17 years old. So he picked the baton up really quick. But like the farmer says, it's in your blood, Charlie. With your father and your granddad. So they're impressed with him. They're giving him more, like I say, more responsible jobs now because they can see that he's picked the job up really quick. But he was under a bit of pressure last year because he used to help them out part-time around the farm, but they do a lot of contracting, so they've got a lot of travelling to do. And he needed a driving licence. So, because luckily enough, since COVID over here, it's been a hell of a job to get a driving test. But he got a driving test at just before harvest, and that hinged on him getting the job if, he passed his car test, obviously, to drive the tractors and trailers on the road. Because they've got 3,000 acres. I think they own about 500, but they do a lot of contract farming. So they're doing quite a bit of road work. So he passed his car test first time, which I felt sorry for poor old fella, really. There's a lot of pressure on him, but he done it. He was determined. Yeah, the Palmy wife, she's all good. She's all good, Mr. Ozzy. She wants to see you in your vest again. She wants to see you do a yard tour. I do. I love them yard tours at yours. So I do. But anyway, that's where I'm going to end today's stream. So I am, because I've got an appointment I've got to go to. So I'll catch you all in the next one. Yeah, thanks so much for coming in, Mr. Ozzy, Mrs. Ozzy. Any lurkers, you're always welcome. And I'll catch you all again in the next one. Hopefully it won't be too long. Take care, everybody.